No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we in here with Stunna, the pride of Florida. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm in LA right now.
Hell yeah.
Chilling.
What's going on? You out here for some like BET stuff?
Yeah, I had to like the media, BET, all that, the rapper shit.
Nice.
Gotta do.
How's that?
It's cool. It's vibing. It's good. You meeting all the people, connected with people, all that.
Yeah, welcome to the industry. That's what you got to do. Go rub shoulders.
Yeah.
Schmooze it up.
Yeah, that industry shit.
You meet anybody that was like exciting?
I met Herbo. I be for Herbo music, so I met Herbo, and I met Ty Dolla $ign last night bowling and shit.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
You were bowling?
Yeah, I bowl for real.
Oh, that's like something you've been doing for a while?
Years. I got my own bowling ball with my name on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's serious.
I be bowling with a brace on my wrist, all that.
Oh, really? Well, it just like helps you do it properly?
Yeah, I had broke my wrist 2 times and I was a jit.
For real? Doing what?
So when I was in 5th grade, some jit pushed me off the monkey bars.
Yo, that's basically how I broke my wrist when I was a kid too. Like my whole shit was hanging, like
my
broke
shit was
right in
hanging
half.
too.
Yeah.
And then I had gotten into a car accident. I had my arm on the rest and just a truck just wham and shattered my wrist. So I can't really do too much with my wrist like that.
Whoa, shattering it is serious.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
I was like a couple years after I got pushed off the monkey bars.
Wow, that's brutal. Yeah, yo, bowling, like when I went to Atlanta with Lil Woody, he had, I forget if it was 2 or 3, but he had 3 like lanes. It might have been 2, like side by side, and he's just going back and forth bowling.
That's how you practice.
So he's competing against mad other people, but he's just doing it. But meanwhile, he's like not really good at it. Like
he's not good.
he's like
wasting his time.
He's spending so much money.
We take bowling serious. Like people at the bowling alley be thinking me and my dogs finna fight because we a whole bunch of niggas just come in there 10, 15 deep
you guys
yelling.
Get super loud, compete with each other.
Money on the floor, all that shit. It should be lit. I just did a stream with Neon. We was over there at the bowling alley. Yeah. I just did a stream with Neon. He had came to my hood.
How was that?
That was lit. I ain't gonna lie. He had came to the hood. Like he was shooting dice with us.
Really?
Shooting dice. We played basketball. We went bowling, all that shit, bro. Cool as
That's dope.
Yeah.
Was it kind of weird seeing your neighborhood through somebody else's eyes?
Yeah, when I'm watching it, all the people, it's everyday life for me.
Right.
But I don't know. They just caught on that and they're just watching the video, just like seeing that. That's what we do every day. So it's just like, it was lit though for brother to come out there.
No, that's dope. Yeah, because I mean, Fort Myers like is kind of a uncharted part of Florida rap wise. It's kind of like in between a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, we don't really got too much. Only person that really blew out the city was Plies.
Oh, he's from there. Okay.
Yeah, Plies. That's it. But we don't got no labels, no executives like all other cities. We don't got no music groups of people. We just got like street niggas out try to give you some money real quick, try to manage you real quick, say they know the industry and shit.
But see, that's one thing I've kind of noticed about this like new Florida generation that it feels like has been coming around for the last couple of years is that it's kind of like instead of just beefing with each other, it's like you got a bunch of people from an area that isn't really known for producing as many rappers. Like it's more like certain cities, but now there's like whole other parts of Florida where it's just a lot of people kind of coming together and there's a lot of good camaraderie and unity, and I feel like you're part of that.
Yeah, hell yeah. I don't know how it happened. That bitch just happened naturally. Like, we all just linked up.
Right.
And just got close and got cool with each other. It just happened. Like, I shout out Lil Tyler, though. Lil Tyler, one of the main reasons that happened, because Lil Tyler was cool with everybody, and he brought everybody together.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, down there, everybody came together through Lil Tyler.
But he's probably the youngest one, too,
and
right?
he the youngest one. Yeah, so that's the first rapper I really met out of all us really on the floor to move with Tyler.
That's
and then he brought me to the studio, and it's just like 10 Florida rappers in the studio all night just recording songs. That's how I met everybody.
That's dope, because you just like, you're not really used to seeing that. Like from like a Chicago perspective, it's like you could have 5 dudes on a song, but they're going to be like from the exact same area. It's not like in the Florida shit, it feels like that Coffee Zone song really stood out to me of like, damn, they got a big wave with a lot of energy.
That was random as
yeah, because I remember I asked Wiz about that because I didn't even know what Coffee Zone was.
The restaurant.
Yeah.
Coffee Zone. Shout out Coffee Zone. That's the best restaurant in Miami.
It just doesn't sound like something that's going to be open till 4 in the morning.
It's open till 4 in the morning. It's Coffee Zone. That's the best restaurant for real. That shit, that song right there was random as hell. We were supposed to shoot something else. It was my song to go shoot something else with Tyler, Shem, and Wiz. And then we was all like, we can do something harder. And then fucking D-Lo just walked in. We didn't even know he was in the other room. And then we just recorded the song, shot the video.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I feel like the motion music category that kind of lends itself to this because it's a little bit more positive. It's not got all the crazy blood shit that a lot of music scenes kind of focus on, you know?
I mean, there's motion music. We talk about getting money, getting fly, fucking hoes. That's what we talk about.
Who was the first person you ever heard use the term motion music, though?
Motion? I don't know, for real. It's really like Boston, for real. But really us, for real, too. We really like stamped it, though. Like, when we dropped Motion Remix, like the song Motion, we really stamped it like Motion, for real. Like, feel me? Like motion music. When me, Shimmy, and Wiz did the Motion Remix. Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, like when I was watching your feature with Boston Richie and shit, I was thinking about that. I'm like, damn, he's basically like an OG at this point. Because it's like, if you're a rapper coming out and you could even survive like a couple of years of your career, then you like seem very solidified. And I feel like he's somebody who just kind of keeps surprising me, coming with like hit songs over and over. It's like as soon as you want to count him out, he just shows that he's got some more shit.
Yeah, bro, be sliding. He be sliding. Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. So, okay, tell me a little bit about your childhood. You have both parents in the home?
Yeah, I got both parents. I grew up with my mom and my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the family dynamic like? Were they real serious about school and everything like that?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like my dad, I come home with a B, he'll be mad as
Really?
Like he's like, you got a B? You ain't doing nothing in school. Like he was like that. And then my mama, she wanted me in church a lot. So it was just school and church, school and church, school and church. And then until I got to high school and I started mixing around with niggas and shit, started mingling around, I said it's just like that kind of like slowed down a little bit. I stopped really like caring about school. Like I was smart, but I ain't really, I ain't like school like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So you had your parents instilling it in you from day one, but then as soon as you got a little taste of freedom, you're like, man, this is really not what I want to be doing.
I started driving. I started moving around and stuff like that. Right. Sliding, lying to them, telling them where I'm going. I be saying, finna go over here. I'm going somewhere whole different. Right. I don't even know that for years.
Right.
So yeah, I grew up with both my parents. It was just school and church though most of the time.
What was their reaction when they started to realize that you weren't necessarily as focused on school as they wanted you to be?
My pop, they was mad as hell. My pop's mad because he wanted me to be like a doctor or something. Like that's what he wanted me to be a doctor or something, but he was mad as hell because I went to college for like a year and I dropped out. I was like, college is not for me. It's just like studying and all that stuff. That shit ain't for me.
So you were still able to finish high school and then you tried 1 year of college?
I graduated high school and then I did 1 year of college at FSW. I passed all my classes, all that, final exam, all that, but I was just like, it's school shit. It's not for me. I had just started rapping at that time. And I was like, that school shit is not for me.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like college, the one thing I can say is that it's like that environment of just meeting that many random girls and just being in the mix like that is pretty nice. Like once you enter into the real world, you just don't have this like assortment of random girls that you can just be around.
Yeah. College though, my college was small as hell. I was at a community college.
Okay.
I was at a community college. That shit was small, so it wasn't really too much going on around there. It was like some small shit in my city.
Definitely. What do you think it was that like made you kind of stop focusing on school? Because I talked to a lot of people and it's basically like, I started smoking weed, and then that was kind of the end.
I don't know. I don't smoke. I just stopped. I just never really with school like that. Like, so I just stopped. I just said, I ain't nothing I want to do. And I know I ain't finna be using none of this stuff. I ain't trying to be no doctor now. I know I want to be a rapper, so I just left it. I just started rapping.
But there was never anything in school that you were like, you know what? I find that interesting. Like that could be my thing if I chose.
I don't know. I went to school to get fly. I ain't gonna lie. I just put on a fit. I know I'm gonna walk where I'm gonna walk at where everybody gonna see my fit. I used to go to class. The teachers be talking. I used to just get up and walk out.
Really?
Yeah. So I used to be tripping, but it wasn't really nothing in school like that caught my eye. Like I wanted to. You know I
remember that being a big thing in college. Was like, oh, I can just walk out. I could just go to the bathroom and I don't have to ask. Like in high school.
10 minutes. It was 10 minutes. 10 minutes in class. When I had 10 minutes here, I just get up and walk out.
Right.
And slide. I go to probably like where everybody be chilling at in the cafeteria, or I go to the basketball court. I go try to mingle and I shake it. Yeah,
definitely. Were you the kind of kid who was getting in trouble and all that, or were you holding it together?
Nah, I'm smart. I try to avoid that. I ain't never been arrested, nothing in my life. I ain't never been arrested, nothing. I be trying to avoid that. I think smart. Like I know, okay, if I got this or doing this, I shouldn't be doing this to go to jail. You feel me? You know what I mean? So it's just like I just move a little bit smarter. Like I ain't trying to go to jail. I got weapons. Like I'm free. I can do whatever I want. I got no probation, no nothing. So it's just like I'm glad I moved the way I do because I'm free for real.
Yeah, I mean, if you really look at what fucks up the career of so many rappers, it's like basically legal issues. That's just so consistently what does it.
I don't gotta pay no lawyer fees.
Yeah,
I don't gotta get locked up. Nobody gotta bond me out. I'm not gonna wood though.
No, but I mean, so many rappers, when you really look at it, are just people that you know in general. Like when you really look at what they got caught up for, it's like driving around, smoking weed with guns in the car.
That's what I'm saying. And they speeding. Like I got my little homeboy. I got my little homeboy Zay. I be telling him like, cuz, we gonna get there. Why is we going 120 on the highway? We gonna get there, cuz. He's like, cuz, this is how I drive. I'm like, bro, we finna go to jail.
Yeah.
Around got into a chase with bro one time.
Right.
It's just I be telling bro, like, bro, we gonna get there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I be just trying to stay free, bro. You know what I'm saying? Plus, when you a rapper and you go in, you the money for everybody else.
Yeah.
It's not just you, it's everybody else. You the money for it.
And a lot of like young rappers don't really understand that like you kind of have this moment as a rapper, and it's like if you get locked up for a couple months or whatever, that might just be right, just enough time for people to kind of move on. Like you got to really harness that moment when you got that energy around you and people really paying attention, you know?
Yeah. For sure, you got to.
Even like thinking about high school, like I knew people back then who would just be like listening to super loud music, parked in their car, rolling weed, and it was just like they would get caught up, get arrested, or whatever, and I'd just be like, you could have avoided that pretty easily.
A lot of shit could be avoidable, nigga just dumb.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Definitely. So, okay, but when you were in school, like what kind of kid would you describe yourself as? Were you a ladies' man, or were you just more focused on music? Or
nah, are you talking about college?
High school or college?
High school, yeah. I just wanted to get fly and laugh. I'm joking. Right. I just wanted to, like I said, same thing in college, same thing in high school. I put a fit on. I know exactly what time to walk through this building. Everybody gonna see my fit. So I just come in, get fly, laugh, talk to females, that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
Were you an internet kid? Were you spending time online as well?
Nah, I wasn't really no internet kid. Like I probably had like Snapchat at that time, but that's it for real. I wasn't no internet kid.
Definitely. What kind of music do you remember being in your home growing up?
Growing up, see, my brother had me listen to a lot of Hot Boys. That's why Wayne my favorite rapper. So I listen to a lot of Hot Boys, Birdman, Juvenile, Wheezy, all that type of stuff. Then you got like when I was a kid, like Bow Wow and stuff like that. So that's what was going on in my house. A lot of Lil Wayne for real.
So you were like a little kid looking at Bow Wow and like really appreciating that young energy?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Bow Wow was like, I had braids, all that.
Yeah.
I wanted to get headband, play basketball like Mike. That was my favorite move when I was a kid. I had Bow Wow. Bow Wow had the streets in the choke for the little kid. I ain't gonna lie. For sure.
That's crazy because I seen somebody the other day on a podcast saying that Bow Wow was a bigger star than Jay-Z was. And like, to me, that sounds insane because I am of the generation that did not listen to Bow Wow and Jay-Z.
You listen to Bow Wow at all?
Nah, I'm too old. 41, I don't think so. Like, if I were to go back to like when Bow Wow came out, I guarantee
you was like a teenager?
I was probably just a little too old. Yeah, like it just seemed too young for me. And to me, Jay-Z's like a god. Like that's like the ultimate rapper, whereas you're probably a little young.
Mine, Lil Wayne.
Yeah. Because Jay-Z kind of got, like, Wayne was like the next best rapper after Jay-Z.
I ain't really catch the Jay-Z wave like that. Like, I ain't catch it.
Yeah. And especially down south too.
Yeah. We ain't catch it down there. We listen to Lil Wayne and Plies.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
But okay, so and then once so your parents were playing those rappers around you, or you had to get into that yourself?
My dad played. My dad's favorite rapper was LL Cool J.
Okay, so that's old school.
Yeah. His favorite rapper was LL Cool J, like and Bob Marley. So he'll play a lot of reggae music. So that's the two things my dad used to listen to: LL Cool J and Bob Marley.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. So that's what I grew up on.
Did you know anybody locally though who was like having success with music at all? Like, was there anybody that you kind of had as like a role model
for music? Like my brother was rapping, but that was it. Like ain't nothing. Like I said, ain't nothing really going on out there in Fort Myers for real.
Right.
So I ain't really had no like example of like a star, like somebody that blew up. Only thing I seen was Plies. Like, okay, he did it.
But it was so long ago too.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Since then, ain't really been nothing.
Right, definitely. How far was Miami driving from Fort Myers?
It depends on who's driving. It could be 2 hours and 30 minutes. It could be an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depending on how much motion you got.
Depending on who's sliding. That is not that far though. We always back and forth.
Right, yeah. Because like, are you guys like going out there when there's events and networking opportunities and shit like that?
There.
Okay.
At first though, when I first like started getting name in music, I used to just go out there. Like if a rapper posted a flyer, like I'm shooting a video here,
right,
I'll push up.
Yeah.
And then I'll meet them, you know what I'm saying? And then I'll get a relationship with them. Or if I see it's like a celebrity basketball game or something, I'll push up.
Right.
That's what I was doing really to get my name out there.
So you kind of figured out the networking part of the puzzle early on?
Yeah. You got to go mingle. You can't just sit down and especially when you don't got nothing in your city, you got to leave. So that's what I found out. Like, just leave.
Yeah, because I was watching another interview clip with you and you were talking about that and just kind of talking about different video shoots as being like pretty important times where you would meet people or cause connections or whatever. And when you really like, if you're in an area that doesn't have a ton going on, that shit's probably like super important.
Yeah, that's how I met down there. Everybody video. That's how I met Lil Tyler. He posted a flyer. He had a video shoot. I pushed up.
Definitely.
Yeah, me and my brother just hit the road, just it, and we slid.
Was there a moment where your brother kind of realized that you had real talent rapping wise and that this could be a thing?
I mean, I've been rapping since a kid. Like, I always knew how to freestyle and stuff and rap, but I don't think until I got older and like the emotion came out here, like, okay, for sure, it could be something. But I never wanted to be no rapper. Growing up as a kid, I never really wanted to be a rapper. And then when I got out of high school, somebody told me just go to the studio. My dog Big Zo was like, bro, you be sliding, I'm gonna book a session. I just came. I started rapping.
Definitely. How do you think you like discovered your sound? Was there a certain song or a certain moment where you kind of figured it out? Yeah,
it's when I first started It's a song called Stunna on the Beat. It's the first song I just went and punched in and freestyling, and I was like, okay, this rap started to get easy. And I started punching in, and then my sound just came about over time, like some years, for real, just rapping all the time.
Well, did you feel like you were kind of overthinking it at first or rapping too much?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to just be overthinking it for real, and then I just went to the studio, I just cut the beat on. I just started rapping, and that was one of my first biggest songs, Stunna on the Beat. So I was like, okay. So it just got easy after that.
Right.
Yeah.
So what, you were just putting stuff online? Like, when did you first start to have a song that really was connecting, doing numbers?
I had a song on my city that hit. It's called Unleash. It was like a song kind of like shouting the city. You know how people got their song where they shout their city or hood or whatever. So I did that and that part. Then I had dropped another song called Bag Talk. And Kodak DJ, he had talked on it, DJ Showtime, and that went up in Florida, like just boom, it just boosted in Florida. So really the song that boosted me in Florida, the song called Bag Talk, I dropped it in 2019. Yeah. Okay.
And then what was life like for you during COVID? Because I feel like that changed a lot of people's lives, especially as a rapper. You just all of a sudden have way more time to be working on your shit.
Yeah, COVID was a good and bad thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was the bad part?
You inside and wearing a mask, all that extra stuff. But I ain't gonna lie, COVID was good and bad.
It is crazy because there's so many people I talk to when it's like COVID just gave them time to figure out what they were trying to do with their life.
That's what they was doing for real. We used to get a motel. COVID time, we used to get a motel, like 2 motels side by side for like a month and just rap in that bit. We had a studio in there. We had one room for something else going on, the other room was studio.
What were you doing in the other room?
I don't want to talk about it. It's emotion over there.
We're talking hoes in the other room, or we talking
hoes, okay. It's motion in the other room. Okay. And then we got me and my engineer, we in one room and we just recording. Back to back.
That's cheaper to get 2 motel rooms than to get a studio?
Yeah, because my dog not charging me.
Yeah.
He believed in it. So he not even charging me. So we just in that bed, we busting down. It's like 4 of us busting down the motel. Damn near, sometimes we barely even be sleeping in that bed. We just pull up and do it and go back to the crib. Right. Yeah.
Definitely. And you feel like you really kind of started to figure out your style during that time period?
Yeah,
you made
that's
a lot of
when
your
I
bigger
did.
songs?
Yeah, I made my biggest songs. I made my biggest songs like that and not in the studio. It's kind of weird. Like my biggest songs, I don't be recording in the studio. I be like with my dogs like in a B&B or something and the engineer push up. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's one of the biggest things that a rapper could figure out is just how to have their recording set up so that they don't have to be spending $100 an hour or whatever on studio. Like you got to just figure out how to get that going in your crib.
Yeah, you get somebody who believe in a dream, get your equipment, and then you gone.
Right.
Yeah. Sometimes studios be bull like that. Sometimes you go to the studio, the engineer just trying to make their money. And then you got somebody who who gonna tell you, you could say this better, you could do this better. Okay, that beat not right. You know what I'm saying? How you rap that is not right. You feel me? So yeah. So it's good to have it like that.
So like your first song started connecting in 2019, but when did it start to feel like you were really having a fan base, or where you had enough fans that you could perform and do all this type of shit?
2022, I had dropped a song called Dret Stalker. I had told my dogs, I was like, bro, I've been rapping for all these years. I told my dogs that this song don't pop, I'm done rapping.
Really?
Yeah, I had recorded on some random in my dog kitchen. I'm in his kitchen. We put the studio in his kitchen. I just pulled up randomly. I'm trying to record something, looking for beats, loaded that beat up, and I just came on there. And I told my dogs, me and my dogs came together. I was like, bro, this song right here don't pop, I'm done rapping. I'm wasting my money with this shit. And the song popped.
Really?
Yeah, the song popped. Instantly, as soon as I dropped it, the song popped. Labels started hitting me up. Shit. I had labels trying to hit me up out the blue. Florida rappers started following me, so that motion started to come through. The followers started going up and all that. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah. What were those conversations with labels like? Are you tempted to sign early on?
I didn't know what they was saying. I ain't know. I wasn't really tempted to sign. I was just more excited that they seeing me for real, because like that's the biggest thing for a rapper to get seen. So I was getting calls like, bro, I'll just be laying down. This label hit me, this label hit me, this label hit me, this label hit me. And at that time, I just broke up with a bitch. So I'm down about that shit.
Really?
So I'm down. I'm in my room. Like, I go to the studio.
You're trying to figure out how you're going to bounce back. It's like, all right, here we go.
I got to pop it for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm in the room sad as hell, and a label will call me. Like, I wasn't eating nothing. Like, that shit had me f***ed up.
Yeah,
but then on the other side, the motion just kicked. Like, it was crazy. Like, I sit in my room, not eat for days, get up, go to the studio. But when this person called me, this person hit. So it was like, it was a good moment for real.
It's tough to be creative when you're depressed.
Very tough. Very tough. But when I got in the studio, it's just like, I make pop shit music. So I got in the studio, like, I'm that nigga. Like,
right. But do you have a ritual for how you get yourself into the right state of mind to make that kind of music? Nah,
it's in me. I just go in there and pop shit.
So even if you're having a bad time in your life,
I can be mad as somebody can get me mad as As soon as I get behind the microphone, that beat come on, it's like a different nigga wake up.
Really?
Yeah. I just be want to slaughter the beat that's in front of me. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. When I leave the studio, I worry about that. But when I'm in the studio, I ain't trying to waste my time.
So you just going in there sober and it just comes out of you?
Smoke and I don't
you don't really drink like that either?
That's what I'm saying, it's in me. I don't need nothing to boot up or nothing like that. I just go in there and just do it.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's what's weird with rappers is they start to slowly get it into their head that they need to be in the exact perfect state of mind. And I
had superstitions like I needed gummy worms and a Red Bull every studio session.
Right.
If I didn't have that, it kind of fucked my head up.
Yeah.
But that was my little thing, but I've been stopped doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
What, the caffeine was whooping your ass?
I don't know. I just needed sour gummy worm. If it wasn't sour cholas, I'm not eating it. I give it back. And I needed a Red Bull. And then I could start my studio session. And then I could rap, but I got past that.
I mean, I think caffeine's like the bare minimum. Like every time I've ever done a podcast, it's like I got to have caffeine on deck. That's just, you need that.
Yeah.
I don't know. But okay, so you never been a drinker or a smoker? You never gave them a try? You just never been interested?
I tried weed, but it's just certain things I knew it wasn't for me.
Right.
Yeah, so I done tried everything. It's just not my shit. It's not for me.
Right. It make you kind of paranoid and shit?
I don't like the feeling of being high. It's like I'm unaware.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not for me.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
The older I get, that seems like a very reasonable decision. And I'm kind of envious of people who figure that out when they're young. Because I feel like I spent a lot of time smoking when I didn't really want to be smoking. It was just around and it was like, why not?
I be seeing people just like, damn, bro, like that's 4 blunts back to back to back.
Yeah.
People be going crazy, but I saving a lot of money not being no smoker. I don't do no lean and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm saving a lot of chicken. So I'm glad I don't do none of that.
No, that's crucial for sure. I feel like that's definitely like a cheat code to make it in life.
They be giving me free weed everywhere I go.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I just pass it. Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, so what is your relationship with DJ Drama? Because when I was really digging in your catalog, I realized he's on a ton of the songs. Like, when did you connect with him?
I connected with bruh. Where I was at? I was in LA. I was in LA. This is like last year in LA. Somebody had connected us, and then he was just listening to my music. And he was rocking with it. And he just talked on one of my songs, and he just like, "Oh, let's do a tape."
Right.
Yeah. So we ended up doing a tape. I just was with bro last night. We was
really?
at the bowling alley.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does he kind of bring to the table in terms of your music? Like, have you had like the long conversations with him about, because he's seen so many rappers achieve their dreams over the years? Yeah,
he'll give me some pointers. He done gave me some pointers and stuff like that. Bro, cool person though. He done gave me some pointers and stuff like that. I was a bit alley-oop though, giving me a Gangsta Girls though, for sure. Yeah, he snapped.
So that wasn't something that just kind of all came together just because.
Yeah, I was in LA. It was some random, like somebody connected us. It was random. Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. Yeah, it is kind of like strange to hear somebody like doing the DJ thing on records at this point, just because you don't hear it that much. But then I feel like Cardi kind of mega normalized it with his recent album and stuff too.
Who he had on there?
Swamp Izzo.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard though. Like, at first, and the DJ drama did it. I was like, is the people gonna rock with it? Like, cause it's some from back in the days, you bringing it back. But people was rocking with it heavy. And I started rocking with it heavy too. Like, I feel like DJ Drama added a lot to the songs and stuff like that, just talking on there.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like a throwback for me just because I grew up listening to so many mixtapes that had that. And like, I feel like Cardi doing it, he's such like an artist and has like the image of being so creative and shit that like him doing it, I feel like made it seem a lot cooler to the average person.
A lot of people probably finna start doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know how a lot of people finna start doing it.
Yeah. It's just cool seeing him do it with like a DJ that has been in the game for like 20 years. I used to be listening to Gucci Mane tapes with Swamp Izzo all over him back in the day and seeing Drama still added and stuff. But I don't know if there's going to be like a future generation of DJs who are like doing that kind of stuff. I don't think so. I don't think newer generation gonna do it though. Definitely.
Yeah.
So what would you say was the first like big feature that you got that actually kind of moved the needle for you early on?
I had got the biggest feature I had dropped. I had did this shit with Lil Tyler, but then like my biggest song was Skrilla.
Yeah, that's how I found out about you. I just saw it. I didn't know who Stunna was. I clicked on it. I was like, oh, that's a fucking hit right there.
Yeah. This song was Skrilla. At that time when we did it, though, Skrilla wasn't big like that.
Right, yeah.
I had just found bro off TikTok.
Yeah.
And he had like 70K, 80K followers. And I sent him the song, and then we just did it and shot it, and it just went up. The song went up for
Right.
Yeah.
Was that a weird experience leaving Florida and going to Philly?
Yeah, at first. I mean, when I'm in Philly, I ain't gonna lie, I was bored in the good area. Like, but when I went to Kensington, that's when I was like, okay, this is where I want to be at, because there's so much going on. Like, there was so much going on left and right. It wasn't really weird for real, because it's just different. Like, I done seen the same thing in my city of like buddies and stuff like that, junkies and stuff like that, but it's just extreme over there.
Y'all call them buddies?
Yeah, we call them buddies. Well, in our city, we call them buddies. Like, that's what we call them.
That's like the nicest thing you could possibly call them.
So you see like a little somebody, that's a buddy right there. That's a buddy.
That's really
so that's
like,
the name we
that's a
give
nice
them.
way of putting it,
Yeah, so we don't call them crackheads or junkies and stuff like that. We just call them buddies.
I mean, because that is the shocking thing about Skrilla is that it's like, I'm used to seeing rappers who are comfortable on their block, but their block is usually like not crawling with fucking zombies or buddies everywhere. And then, but like he's so comfortable in that environment, he don't mind it at all.
He hugging them.
Yeah.
He doing everything with them. Like, they treat that man like a god out there. Like, it's like, I don't know, it's like something in a movie. I don't know. I be telling people, you gotta go there to see it. Like, the videos don't do justice. When you go there, it's like, I don't know, like a movie or like the evil villain just walked in and all his people just
right.
It's crazy out there. Like, it's crazy.
Because I mean, we have like some of the worst homelessness in the country.
Yeah.
And we got all these rappers out here, but I don't think I ever seen a rapper like go to Skid Row and be rapping around all the J's unless it's specifically like, okay, we doing some charity shit, we giving out food or whatever.
But he be there, like I FaceTime, bro, and no cameras around. He just there. He'll FaceTime, look at it, look. He's just there, you feel me? So that's just, bro, atmosphere for it. That's just him.
That's crazy.
That's natural for bro.
Yeah, was that like you recorded your verse and then you sent it to him and he did his verse? Because I feel like he rapped in such like an unorthodox style on that, and it's part of why it stood out to me so much.
At first, I sent that bit to Quanny, OT7 Quanny, but me, I know I need that song to get out. So he'll take a little minute. Then I sent it to Skrilla. He did that bit like the next day.
You know they're ops, right?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
He did that bit the next day. He did that.
That definitely was funny though.
He did that bit the next day, and then we flew out there. At first though, I ain't like the song. When I had just me, even when I was recording it, my dog's behind me like, this shit trash, cuz what the fuck you doing? I was only like 5-6 bars in. I told my dog, I got a little rule in the studio. If I start a song, I gotta finish it. That's why the song don't got no hook, cause I was just rapping all the way through it.
Right.
And then the Philly wave, like the beat started, you know what I'm saying? Like that sound. So I sent somebody named Kim put me on the phone with Skrilla, and then I sent it to Brian. We did it. Yeah.
I actually would love to be in the studio with Skrilla to see what it's like when he's rapping the way he does, because it's so all over the place, but then it ends up sounding sick.
He be walking in and out the booth, all that stuff. He be like, all that shit. He be turning his I ain't gonna lie, bro, be turned.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Wait, so, okay, I saw something in an older interview where you're saying that you kind of used to watch battle raps, and that's part of how you learned how to rap?
Yeah, I used to watch battle. That's how I learned how to put bars together.
Really? Who even exposed you to that?
That's random.
Okay.
Just on YouTube, just typing in battle rap. I remember the first battle I ever seen, it was Hitman Holla vs. Conceited. That's the first rap battle I ever watched. After that, I just kept watching battles. And I seen how they was putting their bars together. So I used to sit in my room, like trying to force to put some bars together and stuff like that. So that's how I really learned how to get that together for real.
Definitely. But you never thought about being an actual battle rapper?
Nah, I don't know how they memorize all that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's too much to be memorizing. Like me, I would have been in the corner on my phone trying to get the next round. It's too much.
It's also just so crazy to imagine getting assigned basically that you have to battle somebody, and then you got to spend like the next couple of weeks researching them and just writing all like whatever you can think of to make fun of them, to make them feel bad.
Yeah, that's too much. I don't know. And then you got the crowd. If the crowd, if I say a bar and the crowd ain't good, I'm be like, bro, what the f?
Right.
I be seeing the crowd, just niggas say a bar and they think they snot. They'll look at the crowd and the crowd just be like.
And it's crazy too, because like, all right, as a regular rapper, you kind of want to avoid bad looks. Like you don't want to end up in a situation where somebody's going to scream something at you on the street or make you look bad or punk you out or some shit like that. All that is like very bad for your career as a rapper. But as a battle rapper, you're like willingly putting yourself in a situation where you know that the other person is going to bring up all the most embarrassing fucked up shit they could possibly say. If you got a weird haircut, if your head is shaped funny, whatever it is, like if your girl cheated on you, whatever, if all that, like they're gonna hone in on everything. It's just like inviting, making you look bad. And these battle rappers, dudes, though, they have to have such a crazy strong sense of personality to be able to survive all that.
I don't know. I respect battle rappers. I don't know how they do it. I respect them though.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like when I actually went to a battle for the first time and kind of realized that almost none of those dudes actually have problems with each other, and it's just for the love of the game.
I be seeing they about to fight and everything. I be wondering if that's real or not.
Yeah, sometimes it does definitely.
When they about to fight,
I think there's definitely real beefs. Because
you'll watch a battle, they about to fight, and at the end of the battle, they dap each other. Oh, good shit, bro. Good shit, bro.
Yeah.
I get probably just the energy of the moment.
That's when it's really good, though, is when you actually could tell that they hate. Same thing with like a UFC fight. Like your boxing match, you're going to get way more into it if you could tell that they really dislike each other. Yeah, definitely. Okay. But actually the crazy shit, the one battle I went to though was like basically in Compton. Man, there was so many fucking Crips in there, and so many of them like were wearing outfits with like the names of their enemy hoods and shit on it, with like shit crossed out. Shit. I definitely felt like I was in a tinder box. Like, oh, this could go left.
You don't be feeling out of place, or everybody know you do.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, you good.
But like they have a very respectful subculture though. So even though you have all these gang members and stuff, it felt like people who hate each other could see each other in that environment, and I think that they're going to respect the battle and not really do anything. Yeah,
that gang shit crazy out here. I was at Lids yesterday. I told the dude, what hat should I buy? I was like, I don't want to just walk around with the random hat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so that's,
I mean, part of it is like, if you're from out of town, nobody's going to really trip that hard, but there's certain hats that have such a weight behind them. Like, you know, a Yankees hat just does not look like a Yankees hat out here. That's like,
that's what somebody just told me.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized you haven't.
That's what somebody just told me.
The red might balance it out though.
The dude in the mall told me I'm straight. He's like, you can't wear this hat. I was like, what about this red Yankees hat? He's like, you good, bro.
Yeah.
And I just bought the hat. Then when I walked and hopped in the whip, my dog was like, bro, you just bought one of the hats. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, I'm quick moving around, doing this interview straight. They gonna know I'm not from here.
But I also just feel like dudes from LA have like the crazy radar where if you're not from here, they could just tell you're not from here.
Yeah. They could tell. They probably could tell.
But that's not going to stop the most burnt out, crazy motherfucker from tripping about some shit, you know? But I mean, you're probably all right, honestly. Yeah. BET weekend, they know. Okay, there's a lot of out-of-towners out here. Yeah. For sure. Okay, so what was the first thing, like, or when did you really start to feel like you were getting a significant amount of money off of rapping and everything? Like, when did that start to change?
And my distro kid started this pile up. I was getting like 5, 6, 7K a month from getting like $100. Then you got shows behind that, and then you got features behind that, and you got promo. So it's really like 2023. For real, that's when that money started coming in and rap, like just rap money for real. Yeah.
And how did that change your life? Like, what was the first big thing you balled out on?
I just be buying clothes and stuff like that. I be buying clothes. I ain't buy nothing crazy. The most craziest thing I bought so far are my teeth. I spent like 12 on my teeth. I got veneers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I just be buying clothes.
Your shit was kind of fucked up before?
My shit was fucked up. I don't know how hoes was fucking with me when I got my teeth done. I was like, damn, I really must have been that nigga for real. Cause there's no way. I'm looking at old pictures of old videos of my teeth. My shit was fucked up.
Right. You didn't think about going straight to the golds or putting diamonds in there?
The thing is, I had 2 weeks before I got my veneers, I was on FaceTime with Johnny Dang because I was finna put diamonds in my mouth. But all the hoes tell me nah. So, you know, I'm a ladies man. So if all the hoes telling me nah, I said, let me go get the pearly white veneers for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think you might ever change your mind and get a girl?
The thing is, I was just last week telling my dog, like, I want to pull these shits out and go diamond. But I don't want to do pullouts because I'm going to lose them. I know me. I'm going to lose them. So I was just telling my dog, I want to pull my shits out and go diamond and go back to the veneers or something. Because as a Florida boy, you got to go through like a perm wave. Yeah. A perm. I ain't going to do golds, but I'll do diamonds though.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes you look more like a rapper for sure in the average person's mind. But the shit that you just put onto your teeth, like I bought one of those. Like when I first got like a big check, that was the one thing that I did was I bought a grill, and I just absolutely hated the way it felt on my teeth so much. I wore it for like 2 days and I was just over it.
Yeah, I had grills coming up, but they were pullouts though. Yeah, I ain't go perm. I had pullouts. I had golds, but I ain't like how it felt on my teeth. That's why I stopped wearing them. It just felt so tight on my teeth. Right. So I stopped wearing them.
I'm so curious just what it would feel like to have like permanent golds or whatever like in your teeth, because like your teeth are kind of soft and like you it feels like you can like feel what you're eating in a way. Like I just can't imagine what it would feel like to have something else in there.
I don't got no teeth under my veneer. It's like they shaved it down. I got shark teeth, but they do the same thing with the perms. Yeah. I feel like it's probably the same feeling with what I got and what they got for real. It's just they're just metal though. Right. Yeah.
Definitely. So you had like an incident with your vision that got fucked up?
Yeah, when I was a little kid, I was at YMCA summer camp, and they had the firefighters came and they told every kid bring goggles. I ain't bring no goggles, so they told every kid bring goggles. So the firefighters were spraying the kids, and I'm on the side. I ain't had no goggles. I said, bump that. I'm going in there. So all the kids having fun. I'm sitting on the side, like it's like 50, 60 kids, and you know when you just feel left out. So I went in there. They sprayed me with the water hose, whatever the water hose. And then my mama had picked me up and I just couldn't open my eyes.
Damn.
So I don't know if it was the chemicals or whatever, but like for a good week and some change, I could not open my eyes. Like it just like shut. So I had to get it open.
Were you scared that you weren't gonna be able to see anymore?
Hell yeah. I'm like, I don't know how old I was. I was like 7, 8 years old, and I just couldn't open my eye. I remember my mom carrying me back till she put me in the whip, carry me. So when I say like, what happened to my son? What happened? They don't know. Then I went to the doctors, and then they had put something on my eye. They had to like tear it, like I don't know. They had this Stunna put it open and they suctioned my eyes. Then they told me like, okay, you need to go get glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
So that fucked up your
My
eyesight.
vision, like, I'm blind. Without my glasses, I'm blind. Like, I can't
Really?
see nothing close or far.
Whoa.
I don't know why my mom ain't sued them though, because we would have been having fuck cheese.
That's what I was thinking. Is like, this doesn't sound like something where a little kid should be the deciding factor. And
It wasn't me. I don't know. They should have sued them though, because why they let me in there?
Yeah.
You feel me? I ain't had no goggles.
Yeah.
Could make some good money off that.
Like, why the fuck is this little kid having to be the one being responsible, making this choice? Like, that just seems wrong.
Yeah, but I be thinking about that was a crazy idea. Like, I had to listen to SpongeBob. Like,
wait, why? What's SpongeBob?
Cause I couldn't open my eyes. So I used to sit in front of the TV and listen.
Oh, just listen to the TV show.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I'm saying. I used to sit in front of the TV, listen. I used to move around the house with my hands. Just move around the house. I used to be laying in bed, like my eyes just not opening, just laying in bed.
But once you got glasses, it was smooth?
Yeah, once I got glasses, it was smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, I got glasses. It was
You
smooth.
never tried contacts or anything?
Nah, I mean, I tried, but lens crafters wouldn't let me leave with the contacts because I didn't know how to take them out.
Oh, really?
Cause I had a problem touching my eyes. Like,
It's the worst. Yeah, I had
Yeah.
contacts for years, and it's just such an unbelievably unpleasant feeling of having to touch your
so
eye.
I was in there for an hour. The dude, the doctor, and whatever, the dude, I don't fuck with, bro. The dude, he taking it out for me, but he got aggravated with me, so he just pressing on my eye, like doing all that extra shit.
Right.
And I was like, y'all don't got no instrument or nothing. I can just poke in my eye. They're like, no, you gotta figure it out. So I was in there for like an hour and said, you can't leave with the contacts.
Because most people don't ever get used to like touching their own eyeball, and you kind of have to get used to that feeling.
Yeah, I see some people do it easy though.
Yeah.
But me, I can't be touching my eyes. My eyes sensitive.
My problem was always like I would fall asleep with them in, or I would be on a long road trip and I wouldn't be able to stop and wash my hands to take them in and out or some shit.
Like, that's too extra. That's extra.
I got a laser eye surgery like 15 years ago, and it's just been smooth sailing ever since. I highly recommend it.
I'm scared to do that.
Yeah, not everybody's like a good candidate for it too, and it is kind of scary. They like strap your fucking head
That's how I was
back.
gonna ask you. And what, they put a laser on your eye?
It's like a laser. At least this is the way they used to do it. Somebody was telling me that they do it different now, but they just take a laser and it goes like this. And you know what like burning hair smells like?
Yeah.
It's like you smell that because that's just like your hair's just skin. So
And
it's
you
like,
up? They don't knock you out.
they I think gave me something like a Xan type thing or whatever, and they put all these droplets in your eye to like numb it, and then they just have you back like this, and then they just shave like a little tiny piece off
So
it.
you ain't feel it though.
I mean, I felt it, but it just feels like a weird little buzz, and then you smell the burning skin, and it's just like, what the fuck? You just burned my eye.
They
Okay.
gotta knock me out to do something like that.
Yeah, honestly, it might be a good idea because that shit was, it was unpleasant, but then within 2 days, it was like, oh, my eyesight is completely fixed, and I don't
You
have,
got 20/20?
damn near. I don't know. It feels like it's gotten a little worse as the years went by, but still pretty good.
You gotta go back.
I don't think that you really have to go back. I think because that was like 15, 16 years ago, and I haven't even really thought about it since.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
yeah. But you know what? Like having glasses, I feel like is not that bad. It's just when I was a kid, I was riding my bike all the time, trying to do tricks on my bike. So I'd always be falling. My glasses would be flying off my head. And then I'd go to school and I would get in fights like so regularly and be having my glasses smashed off my fucking face as soon as the fight cracks off. And that just, but when I think about it now, it's like, I don't have to worry about those things. So if I had glasses, I probably wouldn't mind.
I be going through glasses, breaking them.
Yeah.
Falling asleep, all that stuff. I just had a crazy, I'm gonna tell you how I just broke my last pair of glasses. I don't know, I got some type of disorder or something. When I laugh, I pass out.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
If I laugh too hard, the doctor told me my veins in my neck be closing and I lose oxygen to my brain.
But we're talking about like really laughing hard.
I'm in the restaurant. Chilling with my dogs and shit. We watching the game. And it's a jit behind my dog. A kid behind my dog keep hitting him. My dog turned around like, what's up? Like he pressing the jit.
To a little
You
kid.
feel me? So I just started rolling and I woke up on the floor. I got up. In the middle of everybody in the restaurant just looking at me. And I got up. I turned around, looked at my dog, and like, I just passed out. It's like, yeah, cuz, like,
Wow.
you went out cold and I woke up, my glasses was broke.
Oh shit.
But that was like the third time that happened to me though.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like doesn't happen that much
It
if it's
doesn't-
only
I
like the
get-
top 3 laughs of your lifetime.
Yeah, when I be laughing too hard, or I gotta like, I don't know. It's the third time it happened to me, but it's like I be getting lightheaded. When I laugh too hard, I get lightheaded. So I be having to chill out a little bit.
Because I kind of have that problem, or it comes and goes, but like if I am sitting down and my breath gets really deep and I'm just watching TV or whatever, and especially if I'm smoking or whatever, then I'll go to stand up and I'll just feel it. Like I just get super lightheaded. And it's weird because like it hasn't happened to me in probably like a year because I feel like I've been eating really healthy.
I think you was sitting down too long, got up too fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jumped up.
And I've had it 2 different times in my life where I stood up too fast and I passed out. And one of them, I just fell backwards. And luckily I was in my friend's house and he had like wood floors. So my head just kind of bounced off the ground and it didn't fuck me up. But the other time I fucking fell forward and I had this big ass cut in my head for a little while.
It just went away. I had a big ass thing right here.
Yeah, like I stood up, I just jumped out of bed and the door frame, my head just went like that and it just put a huge fucking hole in that.
See, that's crazy. So yeah, I got to deal with that now. They gave me an exercise talking about, when you laugh, you got to cross your hands and cross your legs. I'm like, I ain't doing that shit. I told the doctor, if I can't hang around with my dogs, I'm going to die because that's all we do is laugh.
Right.
So she was like, you got to do the exercise. I was like, I'm not doing that
shit. The biggest fix for it in terms of that shit that happened to me is like, if I'm sitting down super chill, I just kind of got used to it of like, instead of standing up super fast, I would like sit up like this, catch my breath and just sort of like take my time standing up and make taking standing up like 10 seconds instead of like 1 second, but it would give my body like a little time to adjust so that I wouldn't get lightheaded.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You was getting up fast as hell.
Yeah, just, you know, because like you're a kid, you're like used to jumping up. That's part of like the number one thing I noticed as you get older is like I just find myself moving slower to like avoid having a problem of like, even like, okay, I'm going out to my car and I got like 10 things I got to bring. Yeah. As I get older, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do 2 trips. Yeah.
I would take 2 trips real quick. Back in the days when you were you had all the bags on your arm. Exactly. Like, you feel like John Cena coming in the house.
I still do that with the grocery bags. I'll be coming in with like all of them. Just like it's a pride thing. You just want to do it, you know? Okay, so you I saw you say that you never paid for features. You never had to do that. It's just you built it entirely off relationships.
Yeah, relationship. We don't pay for no features. I just be in the right room, right place. People hear my music and they just fuck with me. Feel me? And they just give me a feature like that. Right. So I ain't never really had no issues with getting features. Yeah, I got a lot of crazy unreleased features for sure.
Really? Like who? Anybody you can mention?
Shit. I got Sauce Walker. I got No Cap. I got a lot of shit.
And that's just because you ran into him, you met him, or was that something maybe you happened over Instagram? Or?
Got introduced to him, just with him. You know what I'm saying? And just end up in the studio one night. Me, I ain't know, when I meet a rapper, I don't be on rapper timing with them. You know how some people, as soon as they walk up to you, like, bro, let me get a feature, man. Let me do this, let me do that. I don't be on that. I just be chilling. Yeah. When a feature gonna come, when you just be a real nigga, when you come up to a rapper on that rapper timing, he gonna charge your ass. That's what I do. You come up to me, let's get a song in, talk to my manager. You know what I'm saying? But if you know what I'm saying, you just be chilling, see your face a whole bunch of times and stuff like that, you're going to end up probably just getting a if you're a cool person, a real nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Yeah, because if a rapper, like a similar situation is like the dudes I know who have clothing companies, I realized over time that like, if you're just always, every time you see him, be like, bro, let me get some clothes, whatever, that just like stands out to them. And like, you look thirsty and they basically look at you like the way they look at like a customer. Exactly. Whereas if you just treat them on some cool shit, I feel like they'll just end up sending you shit. Yeah,
they're going to end up sending you shit. That's exactly how it be. I really don't try to be forcing my hand with stuff like that. It's just, if you want to give it to me, you're going to give it to me. But I feel like if you come up to somebody on that type of time, they're going to end up trying to make some money off you real quick.
Definitely. Yeah. Definitely. So is it kind of crazy like around your local area at this point? Because you just got a lot of fans, and I feel like in your area they probably look at you as kind of like the one who's holding the torch for the whole area.
That should be lit though. That should be lit. I ain't gonna lie. Like people be coming up to me. They be thinking they think I blow like I'm Drake or something sometimes. Like for real, like it'd be crazy though. It'd be lit though. I just had a billboard in the city too, which that made it big. Like really? Yeah, I put a billboard up for a whole 2-3 months straight. Oh wow. I shot a video over there with Wiz and we just shut down the whole block. That's when I really realized, okay, like this shit big in my city. Like we shut down the whole block. Like police came, didn't do nothing. Really? Yeah, just let us rock out. And then it was like people parked across the street. Over, it was like 300 people out there. Right. And we just dropped the flyer in the morning and it just popped out.
Yeah, I mean, the cops have to kind of be appreciative of the energy that you're bringing around.
Yeah.
I feel like.
I mean, I don't got nothing negative going on.
Yeah.
You feel me? So they can't really bullshit or try to like do all that extra shit with me.
Yeah.
You feel me? They just let me rock out for real. I don't be having no issues with police for real in my city.
Definitely, because that's something I was saying about Boss Man D-Lo for a while, but it's really kind of true for a lot of the up and coming generation of Florida is that like, considering that we all lived through the Jacksonville war era and all this crazy shit, like so much crazy violence throughout Florida over the last 10 years or whatever, it's like now it feels like the next generation are dudes who are making music that they might be talking about drugs a little bit and shit like that, but it's overall like a lot more positive and not really on that bloodthirsty shit that we kind of got used to from a lot of artists.
I mean, I don't live that, so what the fuck I'm rapping about it for? I'm rapping what I live, you know what I'm saying? All that killing music, that never been my stilo. Like I barely even listen to that. So that just never been my stilo for real.
Yeah, like there's part of it where it's kind of interesting to listen to, just all these beefs and wars and shit like that. But it's
interesting part.
But at the same time, it's just not really like that energy gets tough after like artists who put out full albums of 15 songs and just murder. It's like, bro, you got to be able to switch it up at a certain point. Like it's just too much negativity and
then,
shit.
Like you listen to that all day, that's what you gonna become. You just gonna be wanting to wax them. Like it's certain rappers though, like from Florida though, when you listen to them, like you be thinking about people you got pressure with. Like, I remember we was in the studio listening to a certain rapper. My dog like said, "Turn this shit off, bro. I'm ready to go slide on something." It's really what you listen to. So if you listening to pop shit, get money music all day, what you gonna want to do?
Right.
You want to get money so you can pop it for real. If you listen to killer music all day, you want to go slide on something. You know what I'm saying? You listen to sad music all day, yeah, I'm gonna be sad.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a lot of younger rappers really are kind of like, they are so convinced from listening to what's popular that they need ops, that they just start inventing ops out of thin air and they're coming up with random people that
you don't even got to do all that. You just got to be snappy. You just got to be different. You don't even got to go get no ops. Like, you don't got to do all that. You just got to do something different. Like, I feel like people who be doing that probably just can't rap for real. They got to add something to them or something like that.
Like from your perspective, what makes like a great verse? Like, is it the relatability and the fact that you're kind of saying shit that people just vibe with? Like, you know, after listening to so much of your music, I feel like it kind of is in that direction of just like shit that a large percentage of people can relate to.
Yeah, it's just everybody want to get money. Everybody want to bad bitches. Everybody want to get fly. Who don't want to do that stuff? Even the killers want to do that.
Right.
Yeah, the girls want to, they with that shit too. So it's just like, I feel like my music very relatable for real. It's like motion music, motivational motion music for real. Yeah.
Definitely. So what's your process in the studio? You write your stuff out or you just punch in?
I just punch in.
Okay.
I just go in there. I probably has like one beat I heard on YouTube already that I come in there. And I just jump on there. After that, I just look for beats, and just go in the booth and punch in. Yeah.
And did you have a time period where you were writing shit in advance, or is there ever like you're just living your life and you'll just end up writing a bar down that just stands out to you?
Okay, yeah, that I'll do that. Like, okay, if I think of a crazy bar just sitting somewhere, I'll put it in my notes and try to work a song around it. You feel me? But before, when I first started rapping, I had to write. I couldn't freestyle for nothing. When like, I don't know, I think I was scared. Like, if I was in front of a microphone, I could freestyle, but it's just the making a song, freestyling, it was hard for me in the beginning. So I had to write in the beginning.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But now you just kind of got your skill set down enough.
Yeah, I could still write though. Like, I could still write if I want to write, but I feel like the bars, when I'm thinking like, okay, when you write it, you like that emotion you had is not there. Like I don't know how to break it down. Like when I say no, I felt that in a moment. You gonna feel it when I'm rapping it, when I freestyle it. That's why I like freestyling for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Do you in terms of the scene in Florida, do you feel like everybody is on board with supporting each other? You think that that's like kind of the reason why everything is going so well, is that people are just very appreciative and down to help each other? Yeah,
nobody on no hating. Nobody hating. Everybody want to see everybody win. Everybody be supporting each other. Everybody, we be like, outside of rap, we be cool. So it don't be having nothing to do with rap. We just be chilling, laughing, vibing, all that stuff, just cooling. Like, it just really like, it's just real. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers be fake. Like the relationships be fake as hell.
True.
But the Florida scene is kind of like, it's different. Like between us, it's real. Like rapper side, like we gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it be.
So, okay, hypothetically, if you see a young artist coming up and they kind of sound like you, or they sound like they're influenced by you, and they've got some motion, like people are starting to fuck with it or whatever, is your mentality going to be like, I want to do a song with him, I want to support him, or do you, in your head, is it going to be like, I want to kind of block him out because I want my lane to be for myself?
I don't do no blocking, bro. If you slide in, like I just told somebody the other day, he got like 1,000 followers, send me open. I'm gonna do that bit because I just think his song was hard. Like he was sliding, he from Florida. So I don't be doing that. If I feel like I rock with your music, I'm gonna do a song with you. I'm gonna tell you, send me open or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that there's more value to that in the long run. Like, because when I started doing interviews, Vlad reached out to me. He did the same thing to academics. He did the same thing to like everybody who's kind of coming up in the interview space and shit, and just sort of like showed love, gave us some game, put us on, and then as a result, we all look at Vlad with respect, and like he was somebody that kind of stuck his neck out a little bit for us early on, and it very easily could have gone the other way, where we all could very easily be thinking of Vlad as some old ass hater that don't give a fuck about us, because there's a lot of people in the media world that we look at like that, a lot of the radio people and shit like that, where we look at them as kind of trying to suppress the up and coming generation. You would way rather be the one who's known for helping people.
Yeah. You never know too. Like, I mean, like you and Vlad, y'all probably scratch each other back on stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So I'm saying, so it could be a rapper. You probably got more motion in him. He pop off, but he gonna focus you off the simple fact. Okay, Stunna was fucking with me beforehand. You feel me? So he probably scratch your back now. You know what I'm saying? Give you a assist. So you can't really look down on people like that or try to like do shit like that. That's what's really happened with the Florida air. All the young niggas just shot up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what really happened for
But do you still put yourself in the young dude category, or do you feel like you've been around to the point where you're starting to feel a little bit more like the
Nah, I'm stamped in Florida now.
Yeah,
I'm stamped for real. I'm stamped in Florida. It gotta get worldwide now. Yeah.
What do you feel like you got to do to take your career to the next level? Like what is you think it's just like having that one big song? Because I feel like that Skrilla song totally pushed you up to a different level.
Yeah, you just gotta keep going, being consistent with them songs though. Like you can't just have one song. You gotta keep going. And then I feel like I gotta be more out there more. You know what I'm saying? I'm a chill nigga, so you know what I'm saying? I was just sitting in the studio with no cap, and I was telling bro, I was like, bro, I don't know what I got to do to get over that hump. It's just like a little hump. Like, what I got to do? And we were just sitting there talking, and he was telling me, he's like, we too real for this shit. You got to do the shit, the fake corny shit sometimes. He was like, you just got to do some lame ass shit. That's what people like to see sometimes. So he was like, you just got to do something out the box for real that people want to, it's just catch people off guard. That's just the world. They want to see some crazy dumb shit. They tired of seeing the same shit over and over. So
yeah, but it's tricky too, because it's like if you become the kind of rapper who is saying some viral shit and just looks thirsty as fuck and is always in the headlines, it's like
they're gonna lose the respect. You gonna be lit for a little minute, but you're gonna lose the respect of being a rapper from people, you feel me? And you turn into a cornball trying to force yourself to go viral.
People want to hear from you. And like, that's the weird thing about it, is that it's like, well, you could very easily sit on Instagram live hours a day or be a Twitch streamer or whatever. You really want people to like tune into your music to find out about you rather than finding out about you through all these other things on social media, you know? Like if you had a rapper that you wanted to diss, it just makes so much more sense to save that and say it in a song. And I realize I'm saying something that you don't really do because you don't really get into all that. But like, I would personally like listen to the song where you diss somebody rather than like, you know, if you just hop on your Instagram story and say it. And then by the time you maybe say something about it in a song, people don't give a fuck anymore because it's already been out there, you know?
Yeah. It's just, industry is just, you just got to crack it. It's like a code. You just got to crack it.
Yeah.
Like you just got to crack it. I don't know. You just got to figure out what you do to crack the code for real.
Definitely. I like that song Custo. What's your definition of a custo?
Custo, like, so for certain people probably be a buddy. You know what I'm saying? That's a custo.
A customer.
Yeah, a customer.
Yeah.
So
just
like
very specific.
Yeah, you see me with a bitch and she ain't bad and she a custo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
I was hyped hearing you say it because that's like literally that was our slang for crackheads probably like 20 years ago when I was growing up. Yeah, we would say that. And then I realized like I moved to New York, nobody said that. And then I heard you say it. I'm like, oh shit.
That's like little Florida slang for a custo.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's Florida slang.
Who out of Florida, who would you say is your Mount Rushmore, like your top 4 favorite artists of all time?
I gotta go Kodak, Raw Wave,
Yep.
XXX.
Okay.
He said 4.
Yeah.
Me.
You're gonna give yourself it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm Mount Rushmore.
I respect it. You got to leave room for that. Yeah.
I gotta put myself on there. I feel like I'm one of the greatest.
Hell yeah. Okay. So what are you working on now? What do you feel like you're going to need to do to take this shit to the next level?
I need to be more out there more and stuff like that. Like I started Twitch.
Okay.
Yeah, Twitch, like TikTok, stuff like that, and just be more like out there for real with the music.
Yeah.
I'm working on my tape right now. And then finna push that out too. Just like be more of a people person. That's all it is.
How'd you become C Stunna? Where'd the name come from?
Birdman.
Just Birdman in general.
Birdman. So Hot Boy is heavy, so I like the word Stunna. And there was a rapper from Florida named T Stunna.
Okay.
So I was listening to him heavy in high school. So I just made my Instagram C Stunna, and that just became my rap name.
Right.
So that just all mixed in together like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's Stunna, that Birdman. Birdman, one of my favorite rappers. People don't like Birdman, but he was just talking that shit. Like,
yeah, you can't. How you can hate on Birdman, dude?
Birdman was talking shit. Like, that's the first. I feel like the first. You know how people be saying pop shit music. Like, he the first person to jump on the beat for real, and just like,
yeah.
He wasn't saying no bar. He was just saying what he doing, how he do it. Yeah.
Nah, that's a legend right there. You know what I just found out last night is, do you remember there was a viral clip of Birdman and it looked like he was passing out on stage?
With Lil Wayne or something like that?
It's like he just looked like he was like nodding off. And BG goes over to him and is like checking on him and shit. And I just found out that actually he was just like reading the teleprompter with the lyrics.
Everybody's making fun of it on Twitter.
Yeah, and but he wasn't up. He was just reading this thing, but even BG thought that he was fucked up because he was just frozen reading this thing.
Yeah,
but I guess he's actually chill. Like, because I was worried about that when I saw that. I'm like, what's going on with Birdman?
Yeah, I told Twitter, I was like, get off my dog, bro. Yeah. Shit, I had met bro had tried to sign me at one point.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I had ended up meeting him.
Damn.
Yeah, so it was crazy meeting, bro, for real.
What gives you the confidence to turn down somebody like that trying to sign you, or did you just kind of let it linger?
I don't know. It's just like I just gotta think about what's best for you sometimes. And not saying that wasn't what, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like going another way with it. For real. But I respect them, boy. I got a lot of love. Because if it wasn't for Birdman getting the Hot Boys, I would not be no rapper. Right. Because that's all I listen to is Lil Wayne for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And rapping and learn how to rap too is a lot from Lil Wayne. So I feel like if it wasn't no Hot Boys, it won't be no C Stunna. Because I wouldn't even be with the Stunna shit if it wasn't for Birdman.
So many people don't remember that, like, Lil Wayne convinced young ass kids all over the world that they could rap. Like, even though he wasn't that young really by the time he was really popping, he felt so young that it felt like that just like encouraged so many young kids to believe that they could do it.
Yeah, he was a jit. He was a little kid just snapping. Yeah. So yeah, for sure.
No, definitely. All right, see, Stunna, I appreciate you coming through. I'm really fucking with the music and everything. So it was great getting to have a conversation.
Appreciate you.
For sure.
No jumper.
Everybody go turn my man up on all streaming platforms. Follow him on Instagram and all that shit. No Jumper, coolest podcast. Like, comment, subscribe. We out.
For sure.